All right, guys. Um, Back with another video, as I promised. In this video here, we're basically going to be talking about how to fix a PX4 HDMI repair. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. This series of videos are basically going to talk about how you can make money just by starting a small business, something as simple as an IT solutions business. A repair like this, you can make anywhere from $80 to $150, even more in some cases, depending on where you are. Okay. Um, I'm gonna try to move as quick as I can. I'm doing this live, so I'm not really gonna edit it because I kind of want you guys to see every step. So it's gonna be a little bit a long process, but just stick with me, guys. Okay. If you have any other questions regarding any steps, if I went too fast for you, you can always rewind the video, or you can always send me a email, or just go ahead and leave a message below this video. Okay. So these are some things you're going to need. Now, the way I'm going to show you guys how to do this is from the ground level, as really cheap as you can do each of the repairs I'm going to be showing you, as in when it comes to the tools that you need and the method to get it done. All right. You will need a solder, okay, because we're going to be doing some soldering, obviously soldering iron too, okay. Um, you will need a clamp like this, okay. And again, I'm going to show you as we go through the process what you're using it for. You will need some type of pump to basically suck the solder out once you melt it down. Okay. You will need a brush. Sorry, mine is quite dirty actually. But anyways, you will need some flux. Okay. Again, these stuff you can get from your local hardware store or you can get from eBay and website like that. You need a Twizzler. Okay. Again, these is as basic as it's gonna get for us to be able to do this process. You would also need some a tool, a hex tool, basically for us to be able to take the screws out, okay, uh, and rubbing alcohol. All right. Then, like I said, you need the soldering iron. I will bring that up later so you guys can see it, or I'll just bring it up when I'm using it. Anyways, you the best way to do this process is using some type of rework machine, but I understand that not everybody can afford that. So you can just get you a heat gun, just a regular heat gun from a hardware store. Okay, if you're doing this, you have to be extremely careful. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not tech savvy in any way. So just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, you don't want to be breaking people's stuff and having to replace them. What I would suggest is buy some consoles that are broken and kind of practice with them. Okay, so consoles that you know you're not going to do anything with, you're never going to use for whatever reason, just get those and use them in practice with. Okay, all right. So, so the first step is we're going to take the screws out. Again, I'm going to try to move as quick as I can. Let me move these out of the way. This is my first tutorial video, guys, so just bear with me. Okay, just kind of work with me a little bit here. Oh, one more thing you're gonna need a pen. See, something like that, just a regular pen. All right, move these to the back. All right, guys, I'm just gonna start working on it. First things we're gonna do, we're gonna take out these screws down here. Let's see. Again, I'm gonna show you where they are, okay? Where the screws were that you're gonna get to. And usually when you get them, they'll have like a little sticker covering them. So you just need to get rid of those and just put and get to the screws, okay? But anyways, these are where the screws are. There's one here, two here in the middle, right there. One, two, and there's another one on this end here, okay? This one, the customer actually, I guess, tried to glue it in place to hold on to the HDMI to the HDMI port. Um, I won't recommend that, guys. If your HDMI is damaged, just take it to a professional and have them fix it, okay? But anyways, just lift this part up, take this out. And there are some screws here. Let's go ahead and get these off. Missing that one. Yeah, sometimes you get them where the customers already got into them, or maybe someone else got into them already. Um, you know, just disregard that. Do the best you can to get it working again for your customer. Okay. So we're gonna take this out and take this out also. There's two more screws here. Take these out. Then you just lift it on the side right here. Lift right up, comes right up, and you just pull that off. Okay. There's a little cord down there. Just put that to the side. The customer did say that um, they couldn't pick up the controller was not being sunk. It wasn't syncing to their controller. The console wasn't. And I just noticed right now that this antenna is off. I don't know if you guys can see it. I gotta get this set up, guys. I'm sorry, man. See this antenna right here? This is actually off. So we're gonna put that back in place, and that will probably take care of that issue. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the drive. Again, guys, I'm gonna try to move as quick as I can because I'm not gonna be editing this video. So I just want everything to kind of work out. Okay. So take that out of place. Let's see. All right. So what we're gonna do is flip it around. There's two cords there that you're gonna take off. So you're gonna this is the data cord right here. Flip it this way, guys. The data cord and this is the power cord. So we just have to disconnect both of those. Okay. You're gonna put this down. Take that out of place there. And there's a few screws here we have to pick up. Okay. Take these off. And there's another one here holding down the hard drive. So we need to take that off. Let's get aside. And what you do is you just flip it over and lift this part up. This part right here. You just pull like a little screwdriver in there and just pop it open. Okay. Back down and just wiggle it a little bit. Let's see what we got back here. Oh yeah, the glues here are getting stuck. So I'm gonna have to play around with it because the glues are holding it down. Get it out of there. And we'll get to the bottom of it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the rest of the screws out. Over here, I would definitely recommend this to anybody that is looking to start a trade and just don't want to either work for people anymore or anything of that sort. Just keep watching my videos. I am going to keep uploading more videos so you guys can learn how to fix these things. Okay? Pretty easy to fix. I will be showing you guys how to read schematics and stuff, but we're just going to start with the basic stuff. Okay. So let's see. Take these screws out. A couple more screws here. Okay. Let's see. And there's a fan cord is right here. Okay, you just pop that up and that comes out of place. We take this bottom plate out and now we can get to the bottom. Get to where the HDMI is. Get that out of the way. Just lay that down to the side. All right, let's see what we got. So basically what happened with this HDMI is the pins in there, they basically lift up and the customer basically just went ahead and tried to just glue it in place and stuff. Okay, again, I wouldn't recommend that because you don't want to do any damage to your PX4. Okay, all right. So, so we get to this point. There is 2 points here. Well, 4 points that we're gonna need to solder. We're gonna need to address. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the easiest way to do it. I mean, there are other ways to do it. I'm trying to show you guys the easiest way to do it where you're not really fighting with it all day. Okay, so give me a second. Let me plug up the heat gun that I showed you guys earlier. The heat gun, we're gonna plug that up. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just put it at the edge of the table here. All right, if you guys can see, let me turn it up a little bit. Excuse my mess in the background, guys. But yeah, all right. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and add some flux into it. Just add a little bit of flux. Move these out of the way. Anyways, just add some flux right there. Okay. All right, that done. Go ahead and a couple of things we're going to use here. We're going to use the Twizzler, the heat gun, and the pump. Okay. So the technique here is you want to basically heat it up till it melts down. And once it melts down, you just basically move it around with the Twizzler. So like so. So just heat it up and just pay attention to it. All right, guys. Put the old HDMI off. All right. Let it cool down for a second. And I'm just gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit. And guys, this is like my first video, so please excuse it. It's not the most professional way to do it, but just work with me, guys. Okay. And also the tools I'm not using again are not the most professional, but they're good for you if you're just starting up and just trying to get into the business and don't want to spend too much money in it. Okay. But anyways, once you do that, you flip it to the other end. As you can see, HDMI is off. This is where it was. Okay, it's completely off. All right. So what we're gonna do at this point is we're gonna solder this tips, put new solder points on here. Okay. So we're gonna put some flux first. All right. And just let that sit for a second. I'm actually gonna go get the soldering iron so that way we can do the next step. And I'll also bring the HDMI that we're gonna put on here. All right, guys. I got the new HDMI that we're going to be putting in. It's in this box here. But what I'm going to probably have to do is move us to the other side, um, where I have my soldering iron located. I could have moved it here, but I got to do extra stuff to move it around. So, and I'm just working out of this smaller location, so it kind of makes it a little bit harder for me to do it. But we're gonna make it work because, as promised, I promised I was gonna make these videos, and I want to try to stick to my promises. So basically, right now, what I'm doing is just making sure that the actual HDMI pins are aligned properly. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so you might not see exactly what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. Just trying to make sure everything is aligned, everything is fitted properly, so that way when I go to install it, I won't have any major issues. Because sometimes if the pins are out of place, it kind of makes it harder for you to actually do the soldering process. So you want to make sure you try to, eliminate that from happening. So, okay. But anyways, it looks pretty decent. We can make it work with what we have. Let me see. Okay, it looks fine to me. All right. So we're gonna go to the other end, where again everything this is live. So I'm not and excuse my mess. Okay. So all right, guys, we're gonna go to the other side. Hang on. Okay, so I'm basically going to be putting some solder here. Okay, I'm just waiting for the soldering iron to get hot. Okay, all right, guys, give me 1 second. Shouldn't take that long to get everything going. Go ahead and put a little bit of solder right here, like so, just a little bit, not too much. Okay, make sure your tip is clean when you do it. Then all we're doing is we're just basically going to rub some solder on here. Okay, just a little bit. We already put some liquid flux on there, so that should uh, that should help with the soldering process. Okay, just put it right on the tips. Just rub it around, because what you're doing is you're basically putting new solder on there, so that way once you install your new HDMI, everything just solders properly. Okay, goes in place and sits right. All right, so that's basically what it should look like. But we're gonna clean it though. So see it right there. That's what it should look like. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Okay, give me 1 second. Put this up. Take some alcohol, put on your brush, like so. Again, excuse the mess in the background, guys, okay? All right, I'm working out of a different location here. But anyways, just go ahead and clean it up. Just brush it like so. Go. So you just basically just rub the brush on it, okay, like that. That's what you're doing. You're just rubbing it so you can get rid of the old flux that you added on there. Okay. After that, we'll clean it, dry it up with a little paper towel. All right, give me a second, guys. All right, just gonna use a little rag just to clean it up, just like that. All right. Once that's done, next thing we're going to do is we are going to add the new HDMI. Okay. To do that, just take it like so and just basically just put it down on there. Okay. See as it fits. And what we want to do is make sure that everything sits properly. Okay. Now we are going to need the clip. Remember this clip I was showing you guys? We're going to need that to basically hold it in place, just like so. All right. And just, reset it if you have to. Just reset it so that way the pins will come or show so that way we can solder them in place. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's what it should look like. Okay. And this is what it looks like on the other end. It just overlays it, sits right on it. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put some flux on here, these two parts here, so that way we can put some new solder on it. All right. All right. Just put the flux right here. Just overlay it on those 4 pins basically. And what the flux does is it allows the actual solder to hold on the metal. Okay, so when you start adding this, when you use the soldering iron on it, it allows it to hold. So you just go ahead and apply a little bit on this side too, on this end, on the other end. Okay, once that's done, the next step is to go ahead and solder it. So what we're gonna do is get some solder and get the soldering iron and just add some solder on it. Then basically just apply to it and just let it sit on there. Okay, do the same for the other 3. Put a decent amount because I'm going to show you guys a technique to allow it to solder and hold in place. Okay, so just put a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do all 4, but all you're doing is just adding the solder on top of it. I promise you guys I'm going to have a better setup next time. I just wanted to kind of get one of these videos out for you guys. But anyways, go ahead and add it to the other ones. Yeah, so just put a decent amount on there. On all 4 of them. All right, once that's done, I'll take you back to the other table where we're going to do basically heat up the solder and make it melt into the metal. Okay. I'm sorry, give me a second. Okay, guys. I'm on the other side now. Give me a second. Gotta do something real quick. All right. So, guys, I'm just gonna do this one part, and I will make a second part to the video. I'll come back and make another part to the video. So I will be back to finish it out for you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to my video. It's gonna be two parts. So this is the first part, and I'm gonna get you guys the second part. Okay. So just give me a second, and I will be back. Again, this is the reason why I don't do videos because at work I'm very busy. So I need to pick up a couple of phone calls, but I will be back and finish it out. So this is the part one, okay?